In the spotlight of Hollywood's golden era stood Bob Denver, a timeless figure whose fame spanned across borders and whose talent reached the hearts of innumerable viewers worldwide. Denver, known for his impeccable performances and uncanny ability to connect with audiences, etched his name permanently in the annals of entertainment. The most important role he played, however, was that of a devoted father to his son Colin, who was diagnosed with autism at an early age. Join Facts Verse as we present Bob Denver sacrificed it all for his autistic son. Today he's 39. The Man Behind the Goofball. Born January 9, 1935 in New Rochelle, New York, Robert Osborne Bob Denver led a life that was illustrious and storied, punctuated with hardships and battles that tested his mettle. Known for his iconic performances in classic shows like Gilligan's Island and The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, Bob's natural aptitude for comedic roles captivated audiences worldwide. However, his on-screen persona of the bumbling, lovable, yet simple-minded character Gilligan was a stark contrast to the compassionate, dedicated, and loving family man he was in reality. Despite the whimsical and humorous characters he portrayed, the real Bob Denver was a figure of strength, dedication, and unwavering love for his family. The early days. Bob's journey into the world of acting wasn't straightforward. His early life was spent in the quiet suburb of Brownwood, Texas, where he was brought up in a loving and nurturing environment that fostered his inclination towards arts and entertainment. After graduating high school, Bob attended Loyola University in Los Angeles, where he earned a degree in political science. During his college years, he developed an interest in acting and drama, marking the onset of a lifelong love affair with the stage and screen. But his initial years were marked with struggle and determination, as he tried to make a name for himself in Hollywood. His first breakthrough came with the character Maynard G. Krebs in The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, which set the stage for his future success. Marriage to Dreama and their shared journey. Bob's personal life, especially his relationship with his wife Dreama, was an integral part of his journey. The couple first crossed paths during the production of a local play, Play It Again, Sam, where they were cast as romantic leads. Dreama, initially hesitant due to Bob's Gilligan reputation, soon found herself falling for the man behind the character. The connection they forged on stage laid the foundation for a relationship that spanned 3 decades, marked by moments of joy, trials, and an enduring love that stood the test of time. But Bob's drinking habits posed a significant challenge, causing numerous disagreements between the couple. But their love for each other proved stronger than the obstacles they faced. Bob's dedication to his family extended beyond his relationship with Dreama. His role as a father became his top priority, which was particularly apparent following the birth of their son Colin in 1984. Despite his professional success, Bob chose to step away from the limelight to focus on his family. This decision was reinforced when Colin was diagnosed with severe autism and a seizure disorder. Financial woes and the daunting task of providing constant care for Colin never deterred Bob from his commitment to his son, which spoke loudly about his unyielding love and dedication as a father. Bob's battle with cancer. Life, despite having handed him many victories and things to take pride in, had another challenge in store for Bob. In 2004, he began experiencing voice issues, and a year later he was diagnosed with stage 4 hypopharyngeal cancer. This aggressive form of cancer took a heavy toll on his health, and despite surgery, his condition worsened. By the end of 2005, Dreama was forced to make the heart-wrenching decision to turn off his life support, leaving a profound void in their lives. Bob's death was a significant loss not only for his family but also for his fans worldwide. But in the midst of sorrow, Dreama celebrated his life by acknowledging the overwhelming love of his fans. As she beautifully put it, his legacy was the love of his fans. He always said that made him richer than any residuals could have. Dedication to autism awareness. In an interview with Fox News in 2016, Dreama shed light on a lesser-known side of Bob. Best known for his hilarious characters, Gilligan and Maynard G. Krebs, Bob was, in reality, a deeply serious and committed person. For the last 21 years of his life, he dedicated himself to his family, especially Colin, who required full-time care. This act of love and dedication painted a picture of the real Bob Denver, the man behind the goofy character he famously portrayed on television. Dreama's intent with the Fox interview was to highlight Bob's authenticity, his compassion, and his unwavering devotion to his family. The Denver Foundation. Despite the personal challenges they faced, Bob and Dreama were driven by their desire to help others. Their first-hand experience of caring for a special needs individual propelled them to establish the Denver Foundation, a nonprofit organization committed to assisting families in similar situations. The foundation was not just a philanthropic endeavor, but a reflection of the couple's dedication to enrich the lives of those with special needs. Despite Bob's limited personal wealth, his commitment to helping others, especially in his home state of West Virginia, was commendable. After Bob's death, Dreama continued his mission by running Little Buddy Radio, a nonprofit radio station owned and operated by the foundation. All profits generated by the station are directed towards supporting the foundation's mission. Dreama beautifully encapsulated this endeavor by stating, "The Denver Foundation and Little Buddy Radio were Bob's last and most important legacies, and carrying on in his place, making these two entities as successful as possible, became my mission after Bob passed away." Further expanding the foundation's reach, Dreama also incorporated West Virginia's Always Free Honor Flight, providing free trips to Washington, D.C. for veterans to honor their service. In Dreama's words, Bob would be proud. Legacy beyond the screen. While Bob Denver's legacy is often associated with his on-screen personas, his role as a father to his sons, Patrick and Colin, adds another facet to his enduring legacy. Patrick Denver, Bob's elder son, once made a memorable appearance in Gilligan's Island in an episode titled V for Vitamins. The show's creator, Sherwood Schwartz, decided to feature a child actor as a younger version of Gilligan to highlight the height difference between Gilligan and the skipper, played by Alan Hale Jr. Bob's 5-year-old son, Patrick, was the perfect fit for the role of Little Gilligan, adding an extra coating of appeal to the episode. Patrick, however, did not pursue a full-fledged acting career. After his single appearance in his father's show, he went behind the scenes to become a visual effects artist. Patrick's contributions to the special effects of several popular movies speak volumes about his creativity and skills. His unique career path in entertainment and his creative journey reflect the influence of his father's legacy in his life. The story of Bob Denver is both inspirational and poignant, filled with life lessons that continue to resonate deeply with each one of us. Whether it's his rise to fame, his commitment to family, his dedication to philanthropy, or his battle with adversity, there's so much more to Bob Denver than what we saw on our television screens. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you grow up watching Bob Denver on television? How did his roles influence your perception of him? Were you aware of the trials and triumphs of his personal life? Let us know in the comments section below.